Welcome to the new academic year, my dear children. I think you are all very happy to sit again in one more academic session. So, I think you are all familiar with my face. Only some of you don't know about me. I introduce myself. My name is Sajida. So now for what purpose I am standing in front of you? To deal with subject. You will be wondering, isn't it? So I am going to teaching you biology. Now you will be in a confusion, what is biology? Still now we have not learned biology. What is biology? You will be thinking so much. Don't think too much. Biology is just a branch of basic science. You have been learning basic science. Now basic science have been splitted into biology, physics and chemistry. In this I am going to deal with biology. Now what is biology? Bio means life and logy means study of living things, that is biology. You all have learned what are the characteristic features of living things. Living things reproduce, living things grow, living things, what it does? Yes, living things move from one place to another place. Can you cite two examples for living things? Yes, it's nothing but plants and animals. So, study of plants and animals is biology. When you reach higher classes, you will be learning it as botany and zoology. Now we can go to the subject biology. I welcome you all to the living world of biology. Children, observe these plants with beautiful flowers. Only you can identify the outer structure of these plants. You know, plants produce food through the process known as photosynthesis. It absorbs water and it absorbs sunlight, it absorbs chlorophyll, everything. But how does this plants do this process? How can we identify the internal structure of these plants? What are these plants made up of? We are all in a confusion. So, in order to identify what is present inside these plants, we need an equipment which is known as microscope. So now you will be very excited to see the microscope, to understand the parts and to see the internal structure of the plants. So children, this is a simple plant, isn't it? Now you can observe the leaf, stem, root with the help of this microscope. All these things we are going to learn in this chapter, Life's Mysteries in Little Chambers. What is this little chamber? This little chamber or little room is the cell. Cell is nothing but, it is a Latin word. Cell is a Latin word. Latin word, cell means little room. Cell means little room, yes. And we are going to deal with the cell, its structure, its function, everything in this chapter, that is Life's Mysteries in Little Chambers. You understood the topic, isn't it? You all understood the topic, what is it? So, in order to observe the cell, we should use this equipment, microscope. Now, in this microscope, you can see two types of lenses. Yes, you can see two types of lenses. These two types of lenses, the microscope which consists of these two types of lenses are known as compound microscope. That is, compound microscope means a microscope with more than one lens. Okay? And each of these lenses have two different powers. Each of these lenses have two different powers. Now, first of all, before observing the section of the cell, you should know what are the different parts of the microscope. And in 5th standard, your teacher might have brought the microscope and showed you the section of an onion peel. And that was the first situation you found out this microscope. And that time you will be very excited running behind your teacher and finding what is it. So, nothing but the section of an onion peel. That time your teacher just showed you the microscope and said you this is the section of an onion peel. Okay? And you also peeped into the microscope and you found out these structures. And the cell, it consists of an outer structure which is known as cell wall, and it is the characteristic feature of a plant. Plants cannot move from one place to another place. So, in order to give additional protection only, cell wall is present. Inside the cell wall is the cell membrane, and you can see numerous dense fluid filled matrix which is known as cytoplasm, and you can see a central located nucleus. These are the outermost things what you know about cell. Okay? But in order to learn more about the cell, we should know the parts of the compound microscope. As I have already said, what is compound microscope? A microscope which consists of more than one lens, that is compound microscope. Now let us move on to the parts of the compound microscope. Let us discuss about the parts of the compound microscope. Now in this compound microscope, you can see this is the eyepiece. Okay, this is the eyepiece, and this eyepiece, it consists of a magnification power of 10x. So what is the use of microscope? In order to see the object little more bigger than the original object. For example, this compound microscope, it magnifies the object 2000 times more than the original object. Okay. So this eyepiece consists of a magnification power of 10x, and this is the body tube. This is the body tube, and this is the adjustment knob. This is the adjustment knob, and this is the coarse adjustment knob. That is, in order to see the specimens little clear. Okay, this is the coarse adjustment knob, and this is the fine adjustment knob. In order to see it very clearly, we use this fine adjustment knob. Okay, so this is the coarse adjustment knob. So you can observe that the body tube is moving up and down, and this is the fine adjustment knob. No movement is there, but the specimen will be seen very clearly. And this is the revolving knob. This is the revolving knob. You can see the knob is revolving, and this consists of two lenses. One is 10x and another one is 45x. This is 10x, this is 45x. This is the revolving knob that can revolve on both the sides. So it consists of two lenses, that is 10x and 45x. Okay, understood children? You have understood? So this is the eyepiece, this is the body tube, this is the coarse adjustment knob, this is the fine adjustment knob, this is the revolving knob, and this is the 10x power lens, this is 45x power lens. So if you want to see the object little clear, you can use 10x, and for more clarity you can use 45x. And this is the base portion of the microscope in order to place it on the table. Okay, so this is known as the base portion. Now I am holding this microscope like this. Okay, so this is known as the arm of the microscope. This is known as the arm of the microscope, and you can see the two mirrors over here. Okay, you can see the two mirrors over here, and one mirror is little what bulged inside, and this mirror is known as the concave mirror, and this mirror is known as the plane mirror. Okay, so for what purpose this mirror is present? The plane mirror to reflect the sunlight, and the concave mirror to reflect the artificial light. Now if sunlight is not available, that time you can reflect the artificial light. Okay, and you can see in the below portion you can see a condenser where again the lens is present. Okay, this is the condenser, and a diaphragm is also present, and through this lens the light will be reflected. Okay, so what happens means the mirror will be reflecting the sunlight and it will pass it on to the condenser lens, and you can find it on the stage. This is known as the stage, where you will be keeping the slide. The slide is made up of glass slide. Okay, this is known as the slide, and this slide is made up of glass. Why it is made up of glass slide? Because in order to reflect the sunlight, the light should pass through this glass slide. It is a transparent object. So, only transparent object allows the light to reflect it through. Okay, so we are using glass slide. Okay, glass slide, and this is known as the cover slip. This is known as the cover slip. And next, this is known as the Petri dish. Okay, this is known as the Petri dish. And this is the watch glass. Okay, watch glass. So, in order to place this glass slide on the stage, we are using this stage, and we can use either 10x or 45x to view the cell very clearly. Okay. Now, you understood the parts of the compound microscope. So, these mirror and lenses are very essential to reflect the sunlight, and it consists of two powers, that is 10x and 45x. 10x is otherwise known as the low power, that is you can see this low power objects, and 45x you can view it as a high power. 45x is known as the high power. Okay, and you can take this compound microscope to any place and you can observe the objects. Okay, and the stain which we are using here is safranin stain. The stain which we are using is the safranin stain. Why we are using safranin stain? Because the cells should be viewed clearly. So, we use safranin stain, and this is the glycerin. In order to mount the specimen, we are using glycerin. Okay. So, during the next classes, we will be learning how to take the section of a stem or a leaf or a root, and how can we observe it through the compound microscope. Okay. Now, you should learn about the parts of the microscope and its functions.